One of the simplest trinomials to factor is whenever you have your leading coefficient as 1, meaning your first term is just x squared. It simplifies a lot of things when you're factoring because you can do a lot of it again before looking at the numbers. In this case, if we're factoring here, if you've watched my previous videos, you know to look at these two signs. This sign right here, if it's negative, that means that when we factor this down, we're going to be adding in one binomial, subtracting in the other. So in this case then, we want to look for factors of 24 that have a difference of a positive 10. Okay, so in this case, if we're looking at our factors, we have 24 times 1. Obviously, that's not going to work. We also have 2 times 12. Well, the difference between 2 and 12 is 10, so that's where we're going. In this case, though, we want to look at, we have a positive 10 as our middle term. That means our largest term here needs to be positive. So we're going to put a 12 here and a 2 here. Now, I should have put those x's in first. That's the first thing you actually want to do whenever you're factoring these. If your leading coefficient is a 1, you know that you're going to have an x as your first terms in both of these binomials. Looking at this problem, since this is positive, we know both of these signs are going to be the same, and they're going to be whatever this sign is. So we're going to end up with x minus as our two binomials. So now, since both of these are the same, we're looking for factors of 30 that add to 13. So we can again do 30 times 1. Very rarely is it going to be that with the larger numbers, but you never know. We also have 2 times 15. Obviously that one's not going to work. 3 times 10, which obviously that's going to add to 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. And it doesn't matter, since both of these signs are the same, it doesn't matter where we put them. So up to this one. Again, we're going to look at this sign. That means both of these signs are going to be different. We're going to have a plus and a minus. We know our first terms are going to be x. This time, we're looking for factors of 15. Since we have different signs, the difference needs to be 2. So again, we can do 15 times 1. We can do 3 times 5. And since 5 minus 3 is 2, since this is negative, we want our largest term to be on the negative. And that's how it factors. Here, we're going to do the same thing. We're looking at this sign. That means both of these are going to be the same sign. And in this case, they're both going to be positive. So we know we're going to have x plus for both of our binomials. This time, we're looking for factors of 18 that add to 11. So we can do 18 times 1. Obviously, that doesn't work. 2 times 9. 2 plus 9 is equal to 11. So that's how it factors. So whenever you have your leading coefficient is 1, it makes the factoring much easier. Now, if you like these videos, if they're helpful at all, please like and subscribe and pass this on to anyone that you think it might be helpful to.